Way hey, adventurers. We are finally settled in our new house. It's taken way too long, and while I say settled, there's still a lot of work to do, but I wanted to show you around, let you see what the new digs look like, and use that as kind of a filler video for June because I am way behind. This move put me behind more than I could have possibly imagined. I should have given you all a lot more notice to say, hey, this is going to take a while for me to settle in and get set back up. So I want to say that I really appreciate everybody's patience, patrons especially. Means the world to me. This moving has been really tough, hard on our family, but at the same time made a lot easier by the support structure that's around us, and I kind of want to make this video about that. So real quick, let's just give you the dime store tour of the house, shall we? All right, so we're going to skip going out front because we don't want to give away landmarks. I don't want to give away my address or anything like that. But so this is our living room. We were able to move our space-themed living room here. I didn't do any special super cleanup. This is a lived-in house. So you're going to see our house as it is so far. Didn't do anything particularly special. This is just generally how we try to keep it. Got a few dishes in the sink from last night because my dishwasher is clean and I'm being lazy, like any good red-blooded human being. So laundry and the garage is out here, and I actually will show you this real quick because this is where my old studio would have been out in the garage. And as you can tell, we have a lot of boxes and stuff still out here because we had a lot of pieces of furniture that actually failed in the move on the way over here. That's trash, this block of stuff here. I still need to schedule a large trash pickup. And we don't have attic storage anymore. This is a lot of my crafting stuff, still completely spread out, but I do have a desk, I do have an area that I can use for dirtier crafting, like woodwork and that sort of thing. So back in through here, we'll look at the kitchen. Got art and stuff up along there. That's how we like our kitchen to look kind of like the Irish pub crap all over the walls, So it's getting a little dark while we get back here, and I'm just going to show you kids' room real briefly. So, got some fantasy art up. Nothing too spectacular or special. And then our room, which the light's off, and the bed is unmade, but my wife's work desk and our bed right now. Our bed frame was old and broken, so we got rid of that. We need a new one anyway. Okay, and last but not least, over here is my studio, what we've got so far. So this is the desk. Yep, there's my bong, because guess what? Medical marijuana is legal in Oklahoma now, so I can show that. I don't have to be such a scaredy cat. There's my Vivid Vivka poster, which I have censored for YouTube safety. And some little pop cap stuff, and then a very messy bookcase over here. One of our only remaining bookcases after the move. Yeah, check it out. Bumbles is out and about. This is my snake, Bumbles. I've had him for almost 10 years now. No, a little over 10 years now. He's getting up there, aren't you, buddy? He just ate like 3 days ago, so he's very active at the moment. I need to get him a bigger enclosure. That's one of the things that's on my very big to-do list. One of the other things, obviously, that's on my to-do list is to get a desk, because right now this is 2 bookcases with a piece of plywood between it to hold up everything. So, desk is on the list. I need to get soundproofing for all these blank walls. I do have this wonderful blue screen. And then, of course, back here, I've got some deco on the walls that's going to come down. I don't really even know why I put it up. I think it was just to get it out of the way. But anyway, so yeah. Wanted to talk about the fact that this move took a lot longer to get through and to get settled from and to get back into a working rhythm from than either of us, my wife or myself, expected. We would not have been able to do this if it weren't for her dad, her mom and her dad. Her dad specifically, because he was the one that offered. He made it financially possible and legally possible for us to get into a new house. He both co-signed on our lease and loaned us about $2,000 to help us move, and I say that pretty openly with how much he loaned us, because that's how much I am letting the public know this is what I'm currently focusing all of my income on to pay back, because he didn't have to do that by any stretch of the imagination. He did not have to help us with that. but he did, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. We're in a house that's equal, if not a little bit better than our previous residence. We've got definitely better landlord now, one that doesn't care that our dog is a normal German Shepherd that likes to protect its household, which is the entire reason we had to move. Our last landlord decided he was scared of our dog, after all. After 2 years of no problems living there whatsoever, just, I'm not going to even go into it because it'll make me upset. But clearly Dave, Michelle's dad, Dave believed we were not in the wrong and supported us and made sure that we got a roof over our heads, and that means the world to me. So all of my income is focused on paying him back right now. So my Patreon money, that's where that's going. I'm not really picking up new gear. The only gear that I'm picking up is stuff out of necessity, and usually that's coming from my producer, thankfully. If it weren't for Windside Productions, I would not be able to get a lot of the stuff that I have to keep running. If it weren't for Windside Productions, I wouldn't have a replacement a boom arm for my mic when that broke. I wouldn't have replacement headphones when those got destroyed by my cats. I've had lots and lots of setbacks, and normally, where we were, I was able to switch between different crafts and stuff really easily because everything was unpacked and everything is right where I left it. But now, everything's kind of up in the air, and our storage is different, and I lost a good chunk of art that I was going to be using for prints for the 2 patrons that get monthly prints. And I was in the process of getting those prints finalized and ready to go out, like scanning them all in and ready to go out when we had to move. So I pretty much had to recollect what art I could find, and I'm phoning in some of those now, and I hate that. And I'm phoning in this video now, and I hate that too. But I wanted to provide some form of content that says, yeah, I might be turning in an assignment that in a school sense would get a 50 out of 100. Oh, okay, at least it's there. I don't want to say I've completely missed content when I should have made it. Late, I'm okay with. Phoned in, I'm not okay with, but it's better than nothing. So I know that y'all aren't my teachers, though. I know that you aren't. You know that I'm a human being and not a machine, and I appreciate that out of each and every one of you, patrons especially. And I'm trying to cultivate a community that knows that. Sorry, I keep switching hands. I'm not doing fancy camera shit. I'm just switching hands to hold my phone. I want to cultivate a community that knows that about creators. Not just about me, but knows that about all creators. That we're not machines. We can't just constantly churn things out. It's not a switch we can just flip and go. Trust us, we wish that it was. But yeah, I want to, among my patrons and among my YouTube subscribers, I want to continue perpetuating this culture of remember that artists and content creators, they're not machines. They're human beings just like you, and they get sick and they get tired and they need time away and they get burnt out, and life happens to them and it sucks. So just remember that. Extend the same courtesy that you give to me to everybody else, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, so it's been a little rough. It's been a little hectic. But Michelle still has her good job, and it takes good care of her, and she's taking great care of our family and taking good care of me on my down days, and our family is getting stronger every day, and I'm thankful for that. So, yeah. Oops. No. Can you say hi? What? There's nobody here. Anyway. I think I skipped one room, so let's go look at that. This is the sunroom. And the sunroom is actually going to become a photo studio. So this is the cool part, I suppose, the newest part of both of what I'm going to be doing. Obviously, I've been trying to get into cosplay for a while, trying to get into costuming for a while. I have all of the gear to make that happen. What I don't have is the know-how, and I don't really have a few of the supplies. I need to make sure I get needles for all of the machines. I need to make sure I get What the hell was that? I need to get needles for all the machines. I got to get the right kind of thread, and then I've got to get the right kind of fabric for the things that I want to do and for the projects that I want to work on. So this is going to become a studio over here. I've got some old sheets hung up over the windows, and I do have some sad news. We're down to one fish tank. The other fish, though he made it through the move, Peppermint Butler, though he made it through the move, he didn't make it through the end of the month. He developed dropsy, which is, he's kind of started looking like a pine cone. His scales would stick out. He got really bloated. And by the time I realized what was going on, it was too late. There wasn't a whole lot I could do for him. So unfortunately, I had to put him down. And I decided to go ahead and toss that tank because that tank leaked really bad. That was the one that I rescued from the curb and cleaned up, and it served as a perfectly good home for him for a couple years. And he was an older betta fish anyway because of his size and how well he was developed. From everything that I understand, he was an older betta fish anyway. So it happens. Fish like that do get older, or as they get older, they get more susceptible to things like dropsy. So rip to Peppermint Butler. He was a beautiful boy, and he was wonderful as a first betta, or a second betta rather, after the first one passed away very quickly. But we still have the other betta. His name is Kane, or Highwind. His full name is Kane Highwind, but I call him Kane because he kind of looks like a drawing by that artist. And the tetras all made it. The shrimp made it. I think we lost one Amano in the move that decided to climb out at some point. So we've got one little 10 gallon. It's a little overcrowded right now. That's also on the list of, I want to get a bigger tank for that little community of fish. But yeah, lots to do, lots to still catch up on. But this is one video down, and I'm going to work on the next one, which I believe the next one is... Oh, right. We're going to talk about Magic the Gathering: The Arena, which is the computer card game, the computer version of Magic the Gathering, the card game, that's free to play. So stay tuned. Check out that video. It's just going to be a little rant talking about it and showing a little bit of the interactions on there. It's not going to be a paid advertisement or anything like that. I just have a lot of fun playing it. So, and it doesn't cost you a dime if you don't want it to, which is great. So, all right, adventurers, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Remember, life is a series of choices between fear and love. Choose love. We'll see you next time. Choose love. We'll see you next time, everybody.